Welcome back to KSR Press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Eddie Law. Joining us today is a light heavyweight taking on Simeon Powell on June 27th in Chicago, Illinois for a spot in the PFL World Tournament Finals. He is the 2021 PFL light heavyweight champion, coming to get his title back and a fat check with it. Antonio Carlos Jr. How you doing, sir?
Hey, how you doing, Eddie? Everything
Good.
fine, man.
All right. You excited to try to get back in to get another big check coming your way?
Yeah, man, let's do it. I'm so excited. The first fight was pretty good for me. It's
Mhm.
good to be back healthy and doing what I love.
There you go, man. So and before we started, talking about your nickname, it's kind of taking a life of its own. No, it has taken a life of its own, dude. In Portuguese, it's got a sapato. In English, it's a shoe face. How often
Yeah.
you get fans yelling that at you on the street?
Man, sometimes, especially in Brazil, in
Yeah,
Brazil, everybody knows shoe face, like
yeah,
actually cara de sapato, they know
yeah,
in
yeah.
Portuguese. No, but some people don't even know my name.
There you go. Sweet, man.
At the beginning, to be honest, I hated the nickname, but then I
Mhm.
got used to that.
There you go. So, hey, dude, 7-1 in PFL. Impressive record so far, man. You've done really, really well. How have you enjoyed your run in the promotion so far?
Man, I love it. I feel at home. I
Mhm.
really enjoying to be fighting for PFL. In every respect, like they always treat me well, and I think that's where I'm gonna retire myself.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of athletes give people a lot of credit for athlete treatment and all that. It's actually pretty cool to see. So now they no longer have a season format, dude. You don't have to fight regular season and amass points and all that. Now it's the clean cut tournament style bracket. Has that made everything simpler for you, or did you prefer the old style?
To be honest, I love this way. It's like my old times in jiu-jitsu. If you
Mm,
lost, you out. So you gotta be prepared, in every fight. And I think this way is more how can I say it? You know, because in fight sometimes it's hard to finish, you
mhm,
so high level that is hard to finish, and sometimes the guy win the fight but he don't go for the playoffs and stuff. But this way, if you win, you go to the next fight and to the
mhm.
next fight, and fight for the belt.
When's the last time you competed in jiu-jitsu?
Oh, it was a long time, man. I think was a fight against Gary Tonnen
Ooh,
in submission.
yeah,
Was it 2018 or something
yeah,
like this? I
yeah.
think was the last time I competed in jiu-jitsu, man. It was a long time ago.
I bet, man.
But
Yeah,
I'm always
you're.
competing here, like
Yeah.
at the gym. There's a lot of
Yeah.
good guys, so always
Mm.
always competing here.
You think it's something you're gonna go back to competing jiu-jitsu once you're done with actual fighting?
Maybe, man, maybe. I
Hmm.
love jiu-jitsu. I love to be competing. I don't see
Hmm.
myself, out of competition. So I'll
Hmm.
probably be in the, jiu-jitsu tournaments in the future.
There you go, man. All right, dude. Close fight last time out. Great win against Carl Moore though back in May. How do you feel about the performance in that one?
Man, I love it. I disagree with some of the referees over there.
Hmm.
One of them gave to Carl. Carl is a very tough fight.
Hmm.
But to be honest, I don't know how I don't know what fight these guys saw it. I'm pretty sure I won the first and second round. Third round was even, pretty
Hmm.
even, but I completely disagree with that.
Hmm.
With the judge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, because I remember I was doing the results for that one, and usually, I have a decent, sense of how it's gonna go, and I was already
Yeah.
typing, all right, Antonio Carlos Jr. by unanimous, and they started reading the judges' names, and I'm like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I even look at him. I said, "Come on, man. Wasn't like this.
yeah.
This is not true. What round you won? Maybe the third. And all the judges gave it to him, but the first and
Mhm.
the second,
No,
you know,
I
there's no
got you.
argument.
I got you, man. All right, hey, you get another fight
That
though,
to be
June.
honest, that scares me sometimes.
Yeah, really? So okay, so like, whenever you go to the judges, whenever you get through the entire fight, you get kind of nervous. Like, I got to trust these guys to do the right thing.
Yeah, this is hard because, as I said, sometimes in the high level competition, it's hard to finish, it's hard to knock
Hmm.
out, it's hard to finish the fight. So sometimes it goes like uh to the third round,
Hmm.
go to the points, and you have to, believe on the the judgment
Hmm.
of these guys, you know.
Right, right. I think that's why the hope is a lot of people are hoping that like fighters when they retire they decide to go into judging and stuff like that. Maybe get some more expertise in there.
Yeah, because they understand, you
Hmm.
know, they know it's a better judgment,
Yeah, 100%, man. All right, you get
you
another
know.
fight June 27th, Chicago, Illinois. Simeon Powell in a couple weeks. How you feeling mentally and physically coming into this one?
Feeling great, man. This year is good because
Mm-hmm.
I'm all healthy. You know, last year wasn't my best, to be honest. I was with injury on my knee and stuff, so I couldn't perform the way I want to. This year, I feeling good, you know, performing well, doing good in camp, you know, doing good in the training. I test myself in the fight against Chicao, who is a very tough guy.
Mm-hmm.
So just feeling prepared and ready for it.
There you go, man. So he got to finish over Carl Iverson. You were supposed to fight him. That got canceled, but he got to finish over Carl. So he's definitely tough. But how do you like the matchup between you and Powell?
So I'm sorry, I couldn't
But
hear.
so how do you like the matchup with him?
Man, I like it. There's a lot of like tough guys, you know, in the division. There's no easy fights. There's no easy way, you know, to the belt.
Hmm.
Powell is a very tough guy, pretty long, you know, good striking. He's pretty good in every aspect of the game, to be honest. Uh, but I think it's gonna be a nice match. I think it's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, a lot of people looking forward to it, man. One of the cool things about a tournament, though, is that you get to sit and watch after you win your fight. You get to sit and watch the guy you might fight. You got Dalton Ross on one side. You got Sullivan Collie on the other side. Phil Davis. I mean, Dalton Ross is middleweight. My bad. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Phil Davis, right? Longtime veteran. He's been everywhere. Sullivan Collie,
Yes.
kind of a young guy training under Ryan Bader. They're the
Uh-huh.
co-main event. Now you know Davis pretty well. Call still new. Who do you think wins that fight?
Man, I know more like Phil Davis, you know, and I
Mm-hmm.
believe the experience and everything gonna take the place on this one, and I
Mm-hmm.
think Phil Davis gonna win. You know, was a good performance on his last fight,
Mm-hmm.
so I think the other side's gonna be with Phil Davis, but you
Mm-hmm.
never know. You know, like fight is a tough sport, and MMA is a tough sport, so
Yeah.
I think Phil Davis is gonna win, but you never know.
Now, here's a question for you. Who would you rather fight, Phil or Sullivan?
It don't really matter, you know. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's pretty much the same. You gotta be prepared for whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm tr developing my game, doing my best here uh, at the gym. Whoever it is, I'm gonna do the best strategy, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
best camp to get there
Mm-hmm.
and get a good win.
There you go, man. All right. Let's get some quick fire ones here and get you on your way. Outside of fighting and training and all that, what is the most important thing in your life?
Uh, I think my friends and family,
Mm-hmm.
friends and
You,
family, I love to be around them.
you spend a lot of time with friends and family?
I always try it. Yeah, you know, I
Mm-hmm.
have my friends here, my family's in Brazil, so I always like to go there, you know, take some time,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy with my dad, my mom, my friends, my sister, brother, and everybody.
There you go. All right. Who is your biggest supporter in your MMA journey?
In MMA, I think was Junior, you know, Junior dos Santos Cigano.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, you know, he always helped me. We always help each other. He always support me. When I was in a, you know, bad situation, he was always there with me. He did everything he could to make me achieve, you know, my goals on MMA. So, uh, man, this guy is very special on my life.
And one of the greatest to ever do it. So that's not a bad person to have in your corner, man. That's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your favorite combat sports athlete of all time?
uh, Man, between it's hard to say, but I would say I'm between like Anderson Silva and John Jones. They are great. They're
Oh,
great, man.
they're the
Yes.
greatest. You can say they're the greatest, honestly.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, these guys are like unbelievable, you know. Everything that I saw Anderson
Hmm.
doing, you know, his career and everything, the way he did, you know, also John Jones, you know, it, even after like a long time,
Hmm.
far from the you know from the cage, he get there and like finish like tough guys. It's crazy.
Made it look easy too.
Yeah, it made it look easy, man. It's crazy. It's
That,
crazy what he does. It's crazy, you know.
yeah, unbelievable for real.
Unbelievable, man.
All right. What's your favorite activity outside of fighting?
Activity fighting?
No, outside, like outside of fighting. Like, do you like to go surfing? Do you like to go skateboarding? Like, what do you like to do that's not fighting?
Man, I, I love to do a lot of things, you know. I like to go to
Yeah,
Brazil. I love riding
yeah.
horses.
Oh,
I
there you
play
go.
tennis. I don't play soccer because I'm terrible, but I play some tennis. I like to surf. I like to travel. You know, depend. I do a little bit of everything, you
Yeah,
know, kite surfing,
yeah.
wakeboard, whatever, you know.
How are you from Brazil and you're not good at soccer?
I'm terrible, man. I'm terrible at soccer, to be honest. You know, I think because they're so good that I kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, I give up. I give up
Yeah.
on trying.
Hey, I get the same thing, dude, because I'm from Mexico, so everyone's like, "Oh, you're good at soccer, right?" I'm like, "Nah, but I can play football and basketball and jiu-jitsu. Let's do it." That's all I got for you. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, man, dude. June 27th against Simeon Powell. What can the fans expect from Shoeface?
My best, brother. I'm gonna go there. You know, I'm really looking forward to this
Mm-hmm.
run. I wanna be fighting here in Hollywood, you know, my backyard. I wanna
Mm-hmm.
be close to my, you know, to my training partners here rooting for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give my best as I did on my last fight, and I hope everything's gonna do pretty well and we're gonna be there.
All right, there you have it, folks. Bringing the heat on June 27th, Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois, taking on Simeon Powell for a shot at a title and the prize. Ladies and gentlemen, got a zapato, Antonio Carlos Jr. Antonio, thanks for the time, sir.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.